Ready.
Dear friends, well, it's my time. I've wanted to have this heart-to-heart with y'all for quite a while now. It is with immense gratitude and unconditional love for Zach, Keith, our partners, our staff, and all of you who have supported us that I'm announcing my official departure from the Try Guys. After 10 profoundly impactful years, my time here on YouTube has come to an end. There's no version of this announcement in which I can properly express how emotional this moment is for me, how hard it is to close such a meaningful chapter of my life. But in the spirit of so much of my digital work, I'm gonna give it one last try. I want to preface this by giving my heartfelt thanks to Zach and Keith, my bespectacled baby brothers, my tall and tiny nerd. I have no idea how we ended up on this wild journey together, but I couldn't have asked for better, smarter, weirder, funnier, and above all, kinder individuals to have ridden alongside. It's been a great, irreplicable honor that I will always treasure. And though our time in viral videos may be over, our friendship is forever. Even if I'll hate it when your spawn call me Gunkle in the future, I shall train to become the best goddamn gay uncle in recorded human history. Keith, you are such a shining light. Truly the most physically gorgeous specimen alive, with those long legs and huge mouth. After today, you are undeniably the hottest Try Guy. Zach, you're an absolute rock star. Every opinion you have is 100% correct. And I want to proclaim on record that I am the Letty Ortiz to your Dom. Guys, come on, I'm not saying all of this.
No, this is so much better than I ever imagined. Keep going, keep going.
Yes, the more emotional you get, the more everyone's gonna be okay with it.
Can you cry on cue? That would be so good for the
Oh my gosh, the crying in the thumbnail, that'd be tits! Give it to us!
Rachel, will you please make them stop?
Yeah, you can't do this. It's a sincere video. You can't make him fake cry.
Okay.
Make him take off his shirt so we can objectify him one more time.
Being naked would be tits!
If y'all are gonna keep doing this, then just come over here and join me in presenting a few points.
Okay, so should we do the whole 3 guys, 1 couch?
Absolutely not.
I kind of invented the couch, but okay.
Whatever.
That being said, the 3 of us have always held a mutual empathetic understanding about when the right time was for me to take a bow.
Some of you may have seen this coming for a while, as Eugene's schedule has gotten busier over the past few years. We thank you for your patience regarding a formal clarification. We wish we could have told you sooner, but certain circumstances outside of our control kind of challenged the 3 of us to come together in solidarity, and I'm very glad that we did.
Me too. So, I'd like to reiterate, in case anyone misinterprets this as some kind of interpersonal ill will, that this is the furthest thing from drama. We have been through the worst version of that together. And all of my decisions have been made in consideration of what we built. And these 2 will always have my undying support, even if it happens to be from afar.
As you've witnessed with other notable goodbyes this year, there's a myriad of motivations for YouTubers to step away. Some are retiring, others are burnt out. Many have issues with the platform itself, as you've heard us talk about before. But again, our shows, they're not leaving YouTube at all.
Yeah, he's leaving.
He's leaving, I'm leaving, they're staying. But it's still a very personal decision for me, which I'll expand on later in this video. Rest assured, the 3 of us have been discussing and planning these major changes together for a very long time now.
Of course, there's really no perfect time for this. This was always gonna be bittersweet, and we know that. We agreed, though, that now makes the most sense, considering all the exciting new things that are happening at the company and in our lives.
Speaking of which, I just want to say that I'm so proud of these 2 and our staff for your vision. Did I just elbow your stomach?
Yeah, elbow my belly.
I'm trying to express affection.
You're almost there.
What do I do instead? If I go down.
If you go down, it will be less affectionate or more affectionate, depending on the type of affection you like to give.
You were telling us how proud you are.
I was, okay. Speaking of which, I am so proud of these 2 and our staff for your vision and hard work for for the next era of Second Try. Now, one of our long-term goals has always been to use the privilege of our platform to expand into a wider cast of diverse voices.
So we like to think that we're not really losing Eugene, but we're gaining so many more perspectives that deserve the opportunity to shine. However, we could not let Eugene go without filming one last season of classic Try Guys videos.
And you can watch those episodes starting tonight at secondtry.tv. They're also going to be here available on YouTube for free at a later time. Either way, we're going to miss you, buddy.
Yeah, because, you know, we love you.
I love you all too. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Okay.
Come here. You got it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
The real one.
This is nice.
All right, now, if you would be so kind, I'd like to spend my last moments here with our beautiful, incredible audience.
Makes sense.
Cool.
Okay. Where do you want to get lunch?
There's a smoking place to do.
I'm the one leaving. This doesn't make sense.
It's so bright. Oh my God.
It's fine. Okay, I'll wait till their bit's done. How are they gonna get back inside? I want to be fully transparent about my reasons for leaving YouTube. Now, some of these have been difficult for me to find the confidence to express, but y'all deserve a comprehensive explanation. Well, first, in regards to my time, which is the primary issue we've cited, yes, I have become enormously inundated with work. I'm the busiest I've ever been in my entire life, and I'm so thankful to be committing my blood, sweat, and tears into projects that mean the world to me. Projects that have been in rigorous development for many years, which I'll elaborate more on in a bit. As you know, once they required my undivided attention, I couldn't appear as often as I used to in videos. And it hasn't gone unnoticed how much my gradual withdrawal has upset some of you. And I am truly sorry for that. To express this as simply as possible, working full-time here became untenable, and it's evident that I can't continue keeping one foot in. So this amorphous arrangement where people end up asking the very fair question, is Eugene even a Try Guy anymore? That will only disappoint all parties involved, especially you, the viewers who have stood by us. So, for clarity's sake, we've decided to establish a clean break, because clean breaks are ultimately better for the healing process. And I sincerely hope to guest star in future videos, and I don't want to risk them being tainted by any embitterment. I want us to collectively look forward to those reunions with joy. Now, on to what I've been working on. My primary passions are writing and directing in the film and literary spaces. And my focus has always been on fiction, behind the camera and the pen. And that has never changed. And to hope to achieve any success in those spaces, gosh, it requires a lifetime of commitment. Now first, my feature film. I've been writing and developing what will be my directorial debut for some time now. We are in the active stage of packaging, and I am thrilled to be bringing it to life. The incomparable creatives at Killer Films believed in my script and have been working tirelessly with me for the past few years to get to this critical point. Now, I can't share more yet, but believe me when I say that it is the unbridled expression of my soul, and I have never been more determined and inspired. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the industry, it's an exceedingly rare and blessed opportunity to be able to, one, get a movie produced at all, and two, gain the trust of others as a filmmaker. It requires 110% of my investment, both physically and emotionally. And I am finally at a place in my journey as an artist to tackle this with unwavering conviction in my vision. And on top of that, the same can be applied to the literary world. I hold tremendous reverence for the writing process and am committed to proving myself as an author. So many aren't afforded this extraordinary opportunity, and I really don't want to squander it. As some of you know, I've been hard at work writing my novel, which is the first in an epic queer fantasy duology with the brilliant folks over at Macmillan and Feiwel and Friends. Due to certain unforeseen circumstances, we've had to push the release date. So you can expect it to be available next year in 2025, and I cannot wait for you to read it. Separately, I've also been writing my first graphic novel with Vault Comics, a twisted horror fantasy musical titled Buckaroo. And you can expect more news about that and many other developments I can't mention yet in the very near future. My devotion is to creating original stories that will fundamentally thrive in other mediums. This all brings me to a crucial message that I humbly want to emphasize. While yes, these projects are time-consuming, I haven't necessarily prioritized them because I view the digital space as somehow beneath them. No, I've worked here online proudly for a decade and will always champion how profound and spectacular this medium can be. But after this past decade of work, of being invited into your homes, of having the privilege of getting to know so many of you, I've come to terms with the fact that this simply isn't the right space for me. The internet can be a fun, rewarding, fantastic place where many creatives shine, including my colleagues who are so talented at what they do. In truth, more often than not, I've experienced the opposite effect, and leaving will be the best decision for preserving my mental health. Now, it makes me wildly uncomfortable to divulge all of this, as I don't want to come off like I'm complaining. I can never stop repeating how deeply fortunate and thankful I am to have ever been on this platform. But I'm going to try to open up as eloquently as possible because I really do care about all of you watching who might have come to care about me. I was always a private person, which has continually been at odds with the demands of being an online personality. Relatability, vulnerability, accessibility, all keywords you're familiar with about what makes a great YouTuber. Unfortunately, these weren't second nature to me, even though I tried my best. I really tried. I already contend with a complex relationship with my identities, so to have to casually discuss and publicize them at length, often in a positive and humorous manner, was exceptionally tough. This is an unscripted comedy channel after all, and that is why I removed myself completely from podcasting. I was trying to find ways to set boundaries and protect myself. But as someone who heavily saturated your screens for so many years, it might have come off as me growing distant and disinterested. And if you have ever felt that way, and if my colleagues have ever felt that way, then please know that that was never, ever my intention. In all honesty, I was enduring more anguish, especially after involuntarily going viral for something so agonizing and demoralizing. Demand for my openness only grew. Strangers have been quick to tell me that I owe them my feelings, and that I owe them my time to appear in content, and that it's all just part of the job. Now, contrary to the brave face I try to put on, I've always been profoundly aware of others' expectations. And if I'm unable to satisfy those expectations while staying true to myself, then maybe it's just not right. And many of you watching have probably experienced something similar in your own lives. That poignant moment when you know, deep down, that it's time for a change. Even if it hurts and even if it's hard, you know what? That change can be wonderful for everyone involved. And that is why I know that this simply isn't the right space for me. And that should be okay. I sincerely hope that it will be okay for all of you. How I best express myself has been through narrative projects, and ones that I can be fully immersed in, ones that can be guarded and intentional, long-term and precious, because that's where I'm most comfortable and energized. When I'm translating my identity, cultures, family history, and demons into work that can be dark and radical and strange and provocative. And while I also have made so many memories here that I'll always cherish, in the end, I can't stay. I wish I could be better at all of this for you and for my friends here at Second Try. I wish I found an alternative way to make this work, because many YouTubers manage to flourish while protecting their peace. But the best, brightest version of myself is the me that can disappear behind my work. And that should be okay. I chalk some of that up to how I've always had to navigate my privacy and presentation, which tends to be an integral part of the queer experience. It's why I've always relished experimenting with fashion, as it's a way for me to transform into an alternate higher version of myself that's dazzling and powerful and self-possessed. You witnessed me learning how to paint my fantasies through clothing in real time. I bring this up because I don't want the summary of my issues to diminish the countless occasions where I have genuinely felt growth, connection, and happiness A vital aspect of my time with y'all online was my coming out journey. That was undeniably raw and real. And I have grown so much louder and prouder about such a controlled, buried part of myself that was largely due to how emboldened I became because of so many of you out there, and I am eternally grateful for that. I've also become uncompromisingly secure and appreciative of my representing of Asianness, of my Asianness. So much of that is thanks to the climate I was incredibly lucky to be a part of online, where we carved out spaces to show more multifaceted, nuanced aspects of our unique backgrounds. To even be considered a voice in our community is an honor I hold dear every waking moment, because I was someone who had always felt so voiceless before. Fuck, I'm not supposed to cry. Overall, I've undergone an invaluable kind of education that could only happen through social media. It's inspired me to champion progressive values, even when the world tries to stamp them out. I fully embrace the power of activism, and I'm more dedicated than ever to lead projects that explore and employ underrepresented talent. My time here with you has helped shape those principles, and I aim to never, ever lose that energy. And although I've confessed the more stressful facets of my 10 years on YouTube, if I ever happen to make you smile or laugh or cry, then please know that you were instrumental in keeping me going, because you inspired me. Because regardless of the platform, to be able to share essential parts of myself, to garner an emotional response, and to have a spirited discourse, all of that qualifies as art. It constituted a meaningful relationship between us, and it ended up making me learn how to smile and laugh and cry too. And you, my dear friends, have my profound thanks for the opportunity and privilege to have been a part of your lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In conclusion, I want you to take away this one incontrovertible truth. You, all of the fans, and everyone here at Second Try could never be the reason I left, because you were all the reason I stayed. Well, that's it. I hope you all enjoy my final season of videos ahead. But this is my official sign-off from the internet for the last time as a Try guy. And as a guy who still has much to try, I know we'll meet again. Love, Eugene.
That's a cut, and that's a wrap on Eugene Lee Yang. Wait, come hug him.
No!
Yes!
No.
We didn't order you a lunch though. Are you cool with that?
It's one last
Taco
time.
salad.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks.
I love y'all.
Now just a hug to the camera. I'll miss you most of all.